Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I found a funny video, I think. I find it because it's so ridiculous, but maybe you can find it funny too. That's why I made this video, so we can share the little happiness here. So this article comes from Business Insider, and it's written by Huiliang Tan, or Tan, May 11th, 2022. And this is the title. The CEO of Emirates from uh, United Emirates, defends the airline's decision to continue flying to Russia amid the war, says it's connecting people. It's connecting people. Oh my God. So Emirates CEO says it's connecting people by continuing to fly to Russia. Many major air carriers have pulled out of Russia amid sanctions over the war in Ukraine. Emirates is owned by the Dubai government, which has not instructed the carrier to stop serving Russia. Do something about it. Do something. Do something. Emirates and I'm quoting, connecting people, end quotes, by still flying to Russia. Oh, man. So he's going to continue to serve routes to Moscow and St. Petersburg. And I'm quoting, it's a government decision. We haven't got any instructions really to stop flights there, end quotation, end quotes. Sheikh Ahmed bin Zayed Al Maktoum told CNBC the Dubai government owns Emirates. Emirates is one of the few airlines still serving Russia after major carriers pulled out of the country amid sweeping sanctions over the Ukraine war. Dubai is part of the United Arab Emirates, which hasn't condemned Russia for the war in Ukraine or imposed sanctions against the country. Oh my, are these independent or something? What ideas they got? Or maybe they're going to join the second club. All right, so we're connecting people. I'm quoting what Al Maktoum said. We're connecting people between the two countries. We shouldn't really mix up between people and governmental decisions. Government decisions. He's so concerned with people. In March, Emirates President Tim Clark, also defended the airline's flights to Russia. And I'm quoting, we carry humanitarian goods in our holds. We've got NGOs traveling in and out of Russia. What NGOs? I thought the NGOs were banned over there. They have to register, I think, or not all of them. Some of them, that the ones that are financed by that gentleman, George Soros. And he says here, we got the diplomatic community going in and out of Russia. So all we're doing is being an enabler, facilitator, without taking a political position on this for the time being. So why didn't the rest of the Europe or United States do the same thing? How come this guy tries to function according to this kind of rules? So all we're doing is being an enabler, facilitator, without taking a political position. Why United States couldn't do this? Oh, I don't understand. I must be below 86 IQ, I guess. Other major airlines still serving Russia include Turkish Airlines and Qatar Airways. So these guys are talking about Russia being isolated. And so many countries, they still do business with Russia. They still communicate with them. They still support them in the UN. They still keep their mouth shut when they're supposed to yell. They still, it's so when you hear the big club and it's megaphones telling you Russia is isolated, and when I hear this term, my hair on my legs are just popping up like this. It's like international community. When I hear international community, what are you talking about? The international community is not like a monolithical body that speaks in one unison voice. It's different countries. They have different interests. Yeah, you can threaten and blackmail and turn and twist, but still it's not an international community. Or you can sometimes say the, international, like a, global this and that. Yes, overall, but they don't have all the same opinions all the time, or most of the time, I would say. But it's the same thing when you go in your in an interview and they ask you a question and they ask you like this. Let's say you said something somewhere, or you implemented a policy, or you designed something, or you created something, and this the interviewer showing the microphone in your mouth, or even you have it here, and says, some people say, or some say, or some critics say, or many people said, I would like to know how many, because based on how many, my giver will matter or not. You know what I mean? If you live in a neighborhood, let's say it's 100,000 people, and there's 3 people who don't like your, I don't know, your shirt, would you just change the shirt for those 3 people? No, you will not do that. I mean, if you do that, you have a problem. That means then you change it for those 3, and then you have the other 5. They're gonna say, why do you change it to this one? And then the other ones will say, no, why do you change it to this one? So that's why you're not gonna change it for that. And even if there's gonna majority, you think about it. All right, this is my preference, or I wear this because of this, or I do this because of this. But I love when they say, oh, are you concerned that some might say? Yeah, some might say, that's true. But I say differently, and some other people say different things. They oppose that some say. And how many are they? And who are they? That matters very much, who they are and how many they are, if I should care about that or not. I mean, if you, let's say, you go to work every day and you have 3 toddlers saying, we don't want you to go to work anymore, what are you going to do? You try to explain yourself to the toddlers? Do you think they will understand? So no, you don't bother. You may try one time and then, but you know what I mean? I mean, look at the audience, look at the number, look at the issue, and there's some things that you should not even take into consideration. You should not even, because there's too many. You can't please them all. You cannot. And you don't have to try to please them all. You do what's right, and whoever thinks that whatever you think is right, then you form a bond, and you have a community. And you might start something. So anyway, that's the way it is with these guys with Qatar and Qatar Emirates and all that, and Turkish airlines. We don't want to turn it political. Why should we? And the problem is they cannot be pressured, it seems like, by the first club. Because if they could have put pressure on these guys would have been right where all the other ones are. British Airways and all these guys who are, very, very moral people. But, if you look a little bit underneath the rug, you find cockroaches and other things. I mean, I so dislike hypocrisy. I dislike hypocrisy. I dislike this hypocrisy 3 times, like Peter. So that means I like hypocrisy. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya.